welcome back to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a sponge cake using only 3 ingredients. I had requests to make a chiffon or sponge cake, so here we go. That's what we're going to do. This cake is super easy to do, very few ingredients. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's get baking. First, let's go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius. Some recipes will call for maybe a little bit of salt, maybe a teaspoon of vanilla, maybe even a pinch of baking powder, but the basic sponge cake recipe is only 3 ingredients. We're gonna start with 6 large eggs that were at room temperature. Now, if you forget to take your eggs out of the refrigerator, you can go ahead and just take some warm water, put your eggs in that for 3 to 5 minutes, and that will bring them to room temperature. All right, so let's start by beating these eggs. We are going to beat these eggs for about 5 minutes. And now what we want to do is we want to slowly incorporate our 1 cup of white granulated sugar. And then we're going to continue to beat these eggs and the sugar together for another probably 10, almost 15 minutes. Okay, now let's check it. So when you raise it up, see the ribbon of the batter? See how it kind of dissipates into the other mixture fairly quickly? That means I want to beat it for another 3 to 4 minutes. All right, now let's check it. When I raise it up, see how it falls and it still stays together a little bit before dissipating into the main mixture. That's what we want. Perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to take our sifter and we want to just take our flour and we're just going to sift in just a little bit at first. Now we want to fold in our flour. You don't want to rapidly stir it. You don't want to use your mixer. Okay? A little more. And the reason why I sifted it is so the flour is nice and light. And then just kind of go in to the bottom and then turn, up into it. All right, that's about good. Perfect. Now what we do is we have 2 9-inch cake pans. 2 9-inch cake pans, and what I did is I just made a circle out of a piece of parchment paper. I put a little bit of a shortening on the bottom and just put that on there. And this is a Wilton non-stick. You don't really need to grease the edges and flour it, but depending on your cake pan, you may want to do that. And then we just want to equally distribute it between this one and our other one. All right, and then what you do is you'll just kind of even it out. All right, there we go. And now what we want to do is we want to bake these in our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius. And we're going to bake them for about 23, 24 to 28 minutes, depending on your oven, until they're nice and golden brown on the top. You don't want to check it too much earlier than that because it'll affect the temperature on the inside and it might cause the cakes to collapse. If it does collapse on you, don't worry, the taste will still be really good. All right, into the oven we go. All right, and when they come out of the oven, they'll look like this, nice and golden brown. Looks like it's nice and spongy on the top. Oh yeah. And then what you do is you'll just let it sit here in its pan for 3 to 4 minutes just so it cools down a little bit. And then what we want to do is we'll take a little spatula and just go around the edges a little bit just to kind of break it apart from the edges. This Wilton pan, non-stick cake pan, is really cool. I'll put a link down below if you want to check this out. But just run a nice thing around the edges like that. And we're just going to put our wire rack on there. Just flip it over. Give it a little shake. And our cake will come out like that. And go ahead and peel off your parchment paper. Oh, so awesome. Then we're just gonna let this cool down till room temperature, and then we can decorate it however we want. Once our cake has cooled completely, you are ready to decorate it however you want. You could do that like a strawberry shortcake. You could do like whipped cream or just normal frosting, and then strawberries and layer it, or whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut into this like, oh, so soft. And spongy. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Nice spongy texture. Really cool. All right, our sponge cake is done. Turned out fantastic. Really easy to do, only 3 ingredients. And like I mentioned earlier, just go ahead and decorate it however you want. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this. Oh yeah.